Victoria Scott here, back with your next tip. This tip is about how we talk to ourselves. I'll share a little story. Every night, my husband cleans up the kitchen and loads the dishwasher. And every morning, when I make breakfast, I unload the dishwasher and I clean up anything that's left. Some days, if I see one more pot that needs to be washed, it can trigger some pretty strong feelings. Suddenly, I might feel like everything is spinning out of control. Cleaning went from manageable to being completely overwhelming, and I struggle to get started. Obviously, it's all in my head. It's the way that I'm perceiving things, because some days I just do it and it's easy and it's no problem. What do we usually do when that happens? We tell ourselves to power through. We might even chastise ourselves. What's wrong with you? And maybe that can work, and it can help us power through, but at what cost? Even if you do power through, you're left with those bad feelings and they're permeating your day. The point is that how we talk to ourselves matters. And we say things to ourselves that we would never in a million years dream of saying to someone else. Really hurtful things. Sometimes when we're so used to doing that, it just becomes a reflex. We're not even conscious that we do it. It can happen so quickly that you don't realize that you actually talk badly to yourself. All you know is that you suddenly feel bad. You tell yourself that this is just the way I am. But that's not true at all. We can build our own awareness about ourselves, our patterns, our behaviors, our thought processes, and we can build new patterns that serve us better. So what do I do on those hard days? I ask myself, why is it hard today? Maybe I'm tired. Maybe I've been feeling some stress. Maybe I'm worried about something else and it's showing up over here. The thing that I do next is the thing that's really important. I decide not to beat myself up about it. I decide that my feelings don't mean that I'm worthless, bad, lazy, selfish, or whatever other mean thing that you say to yourself. Because if I told myself those things, that makes me feel bad. And the worse I feel, the harder it is for me to find my motivation. Instead, I just tell myself that it's okay that I feel that way. Then I prioritize it. What can I do and what can wait? Sometimes when I give myself grace, I'm able to do everything no problem. And sometimes I don't do anything. Or sometimes it's somewhere in between. The world doesn't fall apart, and I don't let my ability to clean the kitchen that morning define my self-worth. What's important is realizing that you can decide how you talk to yourself, and if the way you're talking to yourself isn't serving you, you can decide to make some changes. It can be really hard to do it on your own, and if it's resonating with you and negative self-talk is getting in your way, maybe it's time to schedule a consult. I want you to make a choice and decide how you're going to talk to yourself through the rest of these tips to make them work for you. I'll be back tomorrow with another one.